morning. It's Wednesday. Yeah, pretty sure that's Wednesday. I just got up a little while ago, got the coffee made. Haven't even had my first cup. I got it going here. Cheers. I had a really good night's sleep last night. We were up late with tomfoolery. Kids were playing games and in the camper and getting wild. It was hysterical. I hated to tell them to hush, but after 10 o'clock on the campground, there is a quiet hours rule. I'm afraid we weren't very quiet last night. At least we were in our camper. We were outside around the fire pit until pretty much 10 o'clock. And then Dale got a shower, and Josiah was playing his guitar just really softly. So we sat out there for a bit, and the other kids had already gone back into the camper to figure out if they wanted to watch a movie or play a game or what. So it was just a really nice evening. And I thought, after that nice quiet at the campfire with Josiah playing his guitar, that it would be quiet in the camper. They were wound up. So I had to keep telling them, shh, I know we're inside, but the camper walls are not that thick. And I know we have tenters who are right next to us, so I feel like I'm going to have to apologize to them if we kept them up last night. Around midnight, we did. Everybody, all our lights were off, and everybody was quiet by midnight in ours, but still, I felt bad about that. But I was glad the kids are having a good time, so. But it's a mother and daughter tenting next to us, so I'll have to, if I see them, I'll have to say, hey, sorry if we made too much noise last night. The kids were having a good time. I apologize, and we should have kept a cap on it better. They seem like really nice, the mother and daughter. They don't seem like grouchy or anything. So it's late. For me, it's late. It's like 8:30. I didn't get up until a little bit after 8, which never do. I'm usually up pretty early. And there's Isaac. Good morning. He's not awake. He's just stumbling his way out. So I think it's going to be another gorgeous day. Rain is all behind us, and I think it's only supposed to be like 77 today, which means we're going to go do a little more hiking. There's a stone bridge that crosses the gorge that we saw and heard about last trip here, but we ran out of time to explore. But I think the plan is to go explore that at some point after breakfast this morning, and then just hang out at the pool or whatever. Maybe a little more hiking, because that doesn't seem like a very long trail to me. Caleb's keen on doing a lot more hiking, so he and we might drop the others back off here and then go back and do one of the other trails that look interesting. I was looking at the map last night, and I was like, oh, some of these look good, and there's some up by the nature center that aren't horribly long, but they look really pretty. So there's options. And then this afternoon we'll probably go back to the pool. We went yesterday. It was cold. It was 72 degrees at best, and Josiah and Jerusha and Isaac went in, and Isaac was telling me that it was colder getting out of the water than it was to get in the water, which I believe. So Dale and Caleb and we were like, no, we'll just enjoy watching you, and we read our books, and it was fine. So, but hey, if they're going to enjoy the pool, they might as well while we're here. I mean, we have a pool at home, but not like this pool. This pool is gorgeous. It's huge, and there was barely anybody there yesterday, so they had a lot of room to do whatever. I don't know what they were doing. There was a lot of laughing and stuff, so I'm glad. It is nice to have the 4 kids with us. Gone are the days when I have all 7 kids with me. It's just not it won't happen anymore, really. And the 4 that we have, I know I've talked about this before, but I'm so thankful for this trip this year. So yeah, here comes another sleepyhead. Oh, there's Dale. Good morning. So yeah, we're really enjoying the trip, and people are up, which means breakfast is going to have to happen soon, but I'm going to feed them and then take them out for a killer hike. Well, maybe not a killer hike, but a pretty hike. Okay, we're off on another adventure. We're at the Lower Falls Recreation Area. We just came from over there.
And it looks like we're always following this pink trail. We're actually going to pick up the orange trail, which is some rustic steps, meaning made out of stone. And it's going to take us down to the footbridge that crosses over the gorge. And then we're going to follow that a little bit. It's not very long. And pick up trail number 6, which is like a grayish green color-ish.
Something like that, yeah.
I didn't have my readers on when I was looking at the map, so hopefully I'm telling everybody the right thing. So yeah, the children are, well, some of them are excited about this, some are not, but that's okay. It's still good for everybody. Even a bad attitude is a good thing out here. That makes no sense. Don't listen to a word I'm saying.
Better to have a bad attitude on the trail than to not be on the trail.
Yes. See, that guy right there, he's smart. Listen to him. Don't listen to me. He knows what he's talking about. But yes, that's exactly it. It's better to be out here with bad attitude than not out here at all. So,
Builds character.
yeah, but you can see how easy. Right here, this trail is just, it's like something out of a wonderful little fairy tale. No wolves, no bears. It's just nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few stones there would have made a bike rough coming up to here, but this is so smooth.
I would say, yeah, but this is
easily.
deceiving because later it turns into the...
True.
Remember those stairs going up that we did last time? We're not going to go that far. I think the footbridge happens before that. So... Okay, so I don't know if I can get it on camera. There is like a little footbridge right, if I can get my finger in it, right down in here.
I think that's a little big for a walking distance.
See where those people are? I can't get him. Let's see. Alright, well, right past that branch is a little footbridge. There's a flat area right here, and then over here there's a footbridge. That's where we're headed. But we have to go up these stairs here, and there's a little park up here. And then on the other side of this flat area, there's stairs that go down, 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 down. And it will eventually lead us to that footbridge. At least that's the working theory. So here we go. Okay, I think I can get the footbridge here. There it is. Oh, focus. Right in the middle of the screen. You can kind of see people moving down there. Let me back off a little bit more. Right there. So that's where we're headed. Now, here we go. 127 steps down. Seems like nothing after what we climbed yesterday. So you can see everybody's going down here. And it looks like there's a lot of people on the stairs, so I'll catch up with you guys. Okay, so we made it to the bridge. It's really pretty down here. Here's a little, there's a river out there, a little overflow. And then we have the lower falls here, and this little part of the river, Genesee River going through. We just attempted a family photo, selfie style. Caleb's camera does a, what do you call it, a wide selfie. Wide selfie, which is kind of cool. I don't think I have it on my phone, but Caleb's phone, and apparently Isaac's phone too, is much more user-friendly than mine.
On my phone camera, I have a selfie.
Cool. And he got that camera. It's courtesy of one of his older sisters who bought a new camera and gave their old one to him, which was really super nice. So thank you to older sister, I think it was Esther, that did that. All right, so now it's Josiah and Jerusha. This path goes up. We came from that way, from those stairs over there. Right over there's some stairs. And took pictures, odd, ood and odd over the view. And now we're going to follow this path. It goes out and upstairs over here. So more stairs are in our future. And then I'm not sure how far out we're going to go. We are going to have to turn around and redo all of this because we'll do it in reverse. So that will be fun.
I think we're like 50, 60 feet up.
Yeah, I think so. There's the arch. This was built in 1934 to 1935 and cost, what was it, $695 to build? Can you imagine at the time? These days it would be a lot more. But look at the stonework there. Nobody wants to jump. Pretty cool. And we're going to carry on. We just came upon this really charming part of the path. We're coming from that way. We're following the orange trail. And then it just goes over this sweet little stream here. Isn't this adorable? I love this. Kind of feel like we're in a magic fairyland. And I realize I have my phone rotated the wrong way. Oh well. I think everybody will survive. Good. How are you all doing?
Harness said, "Do not pet," and a muzzle on its mouth.
Yeah, it's
Leave it alone.
oh goodness. I think this is a parking area right here. This is where it comes out. The kids will be so glad we have to turn around.
Yes. Well, at least we will be able to say that we've done the whole thing.
The whole thing what?
Over to this side.
Oh yeah. See, I think Caleb, Josiah could probably do it for a while. I think Caleb really enjoys this.
Yes.
I think he could do this almost all day and it wouldn't bother. Okay. Hi. That's where we just came from. We were here. Did the whole thing. And this is just an access entry like they have all over the park. Hi. High five. And there's comes. I'll tell you what, this camping is risky business. Just kidding. That was terrible. So we've had a really fun day. It's Thursday. We have one more full day here. You can see that the kids kind of have just taken over the dinette table with this game, which is fine. This morning, the boys and I went on a 5-mile hike, and it was glorious. It was awesome. I'm so glad we did it. And then we came back to the camper and pretty much crashed and burned. It's been a very lazy afternoon. I've been reading and playing games with card games with Dale, and then we went out and played the ladder toss game, which I call redneck golf. I hope that doesn't offend anyone, but that's what I always learned to call it. So you can see Caleb's that thing. Oh my goodness, words. Camera there. He took that along on our hike and was able to get some good shots. So we went down to the rec center, but they weren't open. I don't know what's going on. Their hours say that they should have been open, but I don't know if they're just short on help or what. So yeah. So I'm gonna go out here. Everybody's kind of doing stuff after supper. We had like chicken fajitas, which were like really good and super easy to do over the fire. They were done. There's Isaac. He was on dish duty tonight, so he had some dishes to do. And I have cans and bottles. That's a whole week's accumulation. I gotta take that down to the bin. You're gonna have to dry those, sweetie. Where are you going with? Oh, you rinsing? So we have this whole system because the hot water heater in the camper isn't working, so which is no skin off our nose because from tenting we're used to not having any water, so having any kind of running water. So Isaac has just washed all these. You can see all the suds on them, and he's going to, do you need help? Turn on the water and rinse them. Oh goodness. Okay, it's getting dangerous. And we have a nice fire going over here. It's in the cooler evening, so we are probably going to do s'mores later, or ice cream. I can't remember which one they wanted. We have a little bit of ice cream left that needs to go bye-bye before we go bye-bye. And Dale is reading on his phone. We have some new neighbors over here. They car camp, it looks like. We had some neighbors there the last couple of days that were also car camping, so that must be the spot. And Drusha has 3 books out here with her. I think she's planning on staying a while. I love her hair. Look at the purple in her hair. It looked really good when she first got it done. It was really purple. She does not like to be on camera, but she's being a good sport. Oh, looks like we took the cornhole toss. And where'd the boys go? I assume that was them that was doing it?
Yes.
So it's been a nice lazy day. Just what camping should be. And we've enjoyed it. One more full day, and then we have to go back to reality. Boo hiss. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. So yeah. Fire. I could sit here all night. And I probably will until that skunk comes back around. Oh, I tried a trick. I had read somewhere that lemon juice scares skunks away. They don't like the smell of it. Isaac, you need to dry those before you take them in. Huh?
I'm going to dry them. He's going to put them in the sink.
All right, okay, he's dripping all over. Try to dump some of that water out before you take it in.
That's what I told
Yeah. You know, we can dump water down the sink in the camper. That's fine, but I don't want it drizzling through.
We're going to play cornhole.
Yeah, I'll play if you guys need a 4th. So, life at the campsite. Campfire. Okay. We are on the Autism Trail, Nature Trail at Letchworth State Park. They have all these different little activities. They've got these little rocks. What do you call these? Meditation rocks or whatever. But there's all these little cool things to look at. They've landscaped so that it's really super easy walking. No one in my family that I know of has autism, but this is really cool. I mean, you know, like extended family or anything like that. Like none of my children have it. I don't know about, you know, extended family. But look at this. It's just beautiful. All different things. Look at the carving on these benches. Oh, look at the raccoons. Don't listen to the people behind me. They're idiots.
I wasn't agreeing with it.
So they must do some sort of demonstrations here. See how it's kind of like a staging area? Or not. I don't know. It's just different things to see. Different things that everybody's encouraged to touch You know, you got antlers and all kinds of stuff. Pretty cool. Sitting area. And we just started this trail, so I can't wait to see what else there is. Look at this nest. Um, put this little nest here with the feathers. So cool. I hear music in the background somewhere, so something's coming up. Just another gorgeous day in paradise.
Yep.
Let's see where this goes. It goes up here. There must be something that's supposed to be up here. I don't know. I really like this. It's cute.
Are you allowed to explore the woods?
No, you're not supposed to.
Darn it.
I know. What we want to
Nice.
do is go out here. It looks like that would be fun, but with people who are allergic to poison ivy with us,
Yeah.
that's not a good idea. And they always say stay on the trails. So,
It would be so cool to explore.
so these are donor plaques. People have donated to make this possible. We're trying to figure out what this is over here.
They
There's these
used to
big
be
eye
swings,
hooks. They used to be
probably.
swings.
Yeah.
You think? I
See
think.
where
they-
there's divots in the ground?
Oh yeah. Oh, I want to swing. Because I'm a child.
Oh, there's a path that goes that way.
I think that goes over to where we're going to be later.
Oh.
Or maybe where we just were, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that probably goes to where we just were over there.
Maybe.
You know, this is a simple trail. We really are making it harder than it needs to be.
We keep throwing out. Use these properly.
Oh, Mom.
All right, music circle. Was hearing somebody play. The point is not to play a tune, it's just to enjoy the sound. You're missing the point, dear.
And with autism awareness, being aware that music does tap directly into the soul of those that are autistic.
So, I have all these. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they don't have all the keys you need to. They don't have the whole scale. I'm missing a few notes. Oops. It jumps up. They're missing one in between here. Quite lovely though.
Hold on. Almost got it. You're not recording. What? Why are you recording that?
Poor cable. There's a story behind the cable name.
That's the highest.
The lowest is to your lower right. The bigger, the lower the note.
No, that's not right. I got the tune in it like a second ago, but yeah, there it is. Nope, that's not it.
Another one. This is so pretty. It's just a charming little area. So pretty. There's activities like this all throughout the trail. This is like a side trail off of the main trail where the gravel is. You can see it kind of right over in this area is the gravel, the main area. And these little offshoots of activities. Pretty cool. Yep.
I'd hate to have ants that big in
But
my
you know,
house.
it's the size of it's for little people probably to sit on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll swing over there. It's comfy. Shall we keep going this way?
Sure.
Where does this go? Let's see where this goes.
Reflection Knoll.
Reflection Knoll.
Bring him around. You can touch him. Make sure you use just 2 fingers is good, and I wouldn't go near his head because he can't see you coming and he might get surprised. I guess you guys don't want to. Have you ever touched a black rat snake before? They're hard to find, especially in the wild. Black rat snakes are very large, so they're very intimidating, but they're not venomous. They don't attack people. They don't even approach people. Like 2 fingers, beautiful. Is he hot or cold? Did anyone feel?
Kind of cool.
It's kind of cold, yeah. He's cooler than the air temperature right now because he was in the shade. Obsidian is a cold-blooded animal. I know you've heard that before. It means that he can't generate his own body heat like us. He has to build up his body heat from his environment, like the sun or this heat lamp over here. He can't build up his own body heat just by eating. So when we feed him, it won't increase his body temperature. He's just going to get a big lump in his belly, and he's going to have to digest that food over the next few days. That's right. So are you ready? All right. I'm going to move this so you can see it. He's very strong, especially in his midsection. So I'm just going to open up the container. Right on in. That's right. So this is a container where he's used to being fed. So I'm just watching his head and his face, making sure that I can get him.
He's like, I don't want to.
Too good. Smell the mice. Go in there. Very strong. But I don't want to force him too much because he has very small bones. Oh, bud. It's too warm in here. Too warm.
He hasn't eaten in a week, you said?
Hasn't eaten in a week. So he's not showing a ton of interest right away, which is normal. Sometimes they don't eat every single week that we present food. Sometimes it's just the commotion of getting into the container that kind of throws off his appetite. And then once he rests for a second, he figures out what's going on. Does anybody notice his tongue clicking in now?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the secret with snake tongues, right?
They
Smell
can
with their tongues.
sense.
Yes, they can smell with their tongues. It's like they have double smell. They smell through their noses too, just like us. But they also smell with their tongues. Now this behavior that he's doing right now, twisting his head around sideways, that's much more of a feeding behavior. And I see his mouth is open now, and he's starting to swallow this first mouse. So the container's all closed. You can get as close as you want. He won't be too.
How long will it take for him to stuff that in?
Well, we'll see. It usually takes him only a couple minutes. But sometimes he might start and stop. Sometimes he might start to go down if they need.
Yep.
Brings it back.
It's running.
So he's taking his sweet time. You want to be careful not to tip the bench there. So he sometimes will start to swallow something like there. He opened his mouth a little bit, but then once the bench moved, he kind of backed off. So he's found another mouse there. They like to swallow the mice head first if they can help it. But sometimes, if the mouse is sideways or backwards, they'll just swallow it. So they don't have to swallow it head first, but it helps because all the hairs are pointing from the nose to the tail, so it helps them to slide in easier. There he goes. I think he'll commit to this one. He's being very careful and cautious and quiet. We have another black rat snake, Ocysta, in the nature center down in the south end of the park. Ocysta is a very fast eater. So Obsidian is a little more careful, a little more methodical. Does everybody know the secret about snake jaws? How they can swallow things bigger than their own heads? Do you know that secret?
The jaw is like separate or something.
That's right. They can dislocate their jaws where they connect in the front, like our jaws are just, they're almost like one big bone. It's really two from either side, and they're connected in the middle for us. But for snakes, they can undo the little spot that connects those two jaws together, and they can spread them out. And that helps them to swallow things bigger than their heads. These mice aren't really so big that he has to do that, but he could if he was swallowing a rat or a big old gray squirrel or something. He could swallow an animal bigger than his own head, which means that they can eat prey that's bigger around their whole bodies. Sometimes you'll see a black rat snake in Letchworth with a great big bulge in the middle, and sometimes the snake's skin looks lighter right at that spot because the skin is stretched really tight. That's just because they probably ate a squirrel, something hefty. So he's working on it there. The whole head is in now. His jaws are kind of moving one side at a time. And that's kind of called walking the jaws over the prey. Snakes don't have hands to stuff the food in. Their jaws kind of move one side at a time. Even though Ocysta, or Obsidian here, are not venomous, they do have teeth. The teeth are very small, very sharp. They help to hold on to prey like this as they are constricting them. Have you heard that word constricting? Maybe? Constricting means you squeeze your prey until it can't breathe anymore and it dies. And that's their method of catching and killing their prey, instead of like a venomous snake, which would bite their prey and then let it go, and the prey runs away and dies later when they find it. But black rat snakes will catch chipmunks or flying squirrels or gray squirrels and red squirrels and even fox squirrels, which are really, really big. Swallow them whole. There's no snake on earth that chews its food. They all swallow their food whole. Eggs, rodents, frogs. There are some kinds of snakes that even eat other snakes. Have anyone ever heard of king snakes before? We don't have king snakes in Letchworth, but there are king snakes in New York in some places. They specialize, very good at eating other snakes. Oh boy. He's almost done, yeah.
How old is that snake, would you say?
This guy's about 6 years old. About 6 years old, which means he's pretty much a grown-up. I think most of you look like you're older than 6. But when he gets to be about 6 years old, like this, and he gets to be about 5-ish feet long, which he is, that's usually how big male black rat snakes get. Female black rat snakes tend to be a little bigger. That's usually the snake that will get to be 6 feet long. It's usually a girl snake. It's usually a female.
And you'll hear about them climbing trees down here in the park now?
Absolutely.
It's departure day. It's so sad. We have all the wood packaged up, the canopy's down. We're finishing up the last of the dishes. All of our truck is packed pretty much. We got the last of our trash here, and we just have to retract the awning. and finish. I gotta do something with that coffee pot, but as you can see, we have a huge mess. But when we get home, it's just looks like we lived life here for a week. That's because we did. That stuff has to be taken care of. So we're getting there. We'll be leaving here probably inside of a half hour. Just because checkout time is at 11 and it's got to be close to 10. I think we're ready to get the process done and go home. If we were prepared, it wouldn't hurt me to camp for another week, but real life happens. We have to get back to responsibilities, work, and getting Jerusha ready to go to college. So it's sad. Departure day. Overall, I think it was a good trip. It was nice to have the 4 kids with us and played a lot of games, did a lot of hiking, did some swimming. It was all good. Only a few moments where there might have been a little bit of bickering, but siblings are siblings. So Caleb and Isaac are finishing up the dishes at the table. And then we just gotta hook it all up and check out. Departure day. Sad day. Especially since this is our last trip for the season. But we look forward to next year. We're already talking about how we want to renovate the inside of the RV. I was looking around there this morning while I was drinking my coffee. It was cold out this morning. We had our coffee inside. I don't know what the temperature got down to last night. I think in the 40s. It was quite chilly when I got up this morning. And but Dale and I were sitting there talking inside the RV. And some stuff that we want to do just to spruce up the inside of the camper. I mean, it's a 22-year-old camper, so we're not going to put a lot of money into it at this point, but paint isn't that expensive, and I'm going to redo the window treatments. I do not like the window treatments in the RV. They're, I don't know, janky. The curtains, except for in the back end, but like the kitchen curtains and the owner's room curtains, they're basically decorative. They don't actually go across, so you got to rely on the Venetian blinds. And I don't like them. But that's okay, because we still had wonderful camping experience this year with the RV, and no complaints, really. But now that we've gotten the use of it, we've used it a few times, and we are more used to it. There's, you always want to put your own touch on your stuff, so it'll be good. Dale's got the bikes on, as you can see. All right. Good camping summer. Great experience with the RV, even with the LP sensor at the beginning there being a little goofy. But once we swapped that out, we haven't had any issues. The air conditioner works like a champ. Like, it gets cold in there when you turn it on. You can get it quite frigid. And yeah. Letchworth State Park, 2022.